So I saw this video by Madhav Shyam and I was like, damn, I want to do that. So I spent the next few weeks creating this. I recorded my whole process for making this piece called Amarachi, and this here is video 1 where I'll focus on sculpting. What I used to achieve the results were Blender, ZBrush, Substance Painter, Marvelous Designer, Texturing XYZ, the Faceit Blender, Face Rig add-on, and patience, because 16 hours of render time to find out that your camera animation wasn't working, yeah, you need patience. Anyway, let's hop right into it. The first thing we need is to gather reference. There's a lot of stuff you can get from ArtStation, Pinterest, even 3D Scan Store, and you want to throw them into your pure reference window. But basically, yeah, you want a foundation that you can start your anatomy from and not just run on vibes. Now, the next category in your reference pack needs to be of the expressions, various expressions. There's actually 52 Arkit blend shapes. One is useless because it's tongue out. But the others are like smiles, winks, smile left, no sneer right, no sneer right, dimple left. I actually know them off head now because I've been looking at them so long. Now, there's this site that gives you the list of the 52 blend shapes and how they each look in 3D. But don't rely on these as your only references, because tell me how you're going to know the difference between this and this. This shit kept me up at night. So you're going to need this site and actual references of a person doing the action, or it's being sculpted in ZBrush, or better still, a 3D scan of the expression. Now, the basic overview of this video is to sculpt a character and have its blend shapes. And to do that, we need a few things. At least I used a few things to cheat. Anyway, the first thing is this free 3D base mesh from 3D Scan Store. Like, look how many shapes this thing has, and it's free. That's amazing. Next thing I got was this free 3D mouth, gums, teeth, tongue. I actually only used the tongue because I have my teeth that I created before, but it's really high quality. Oh, and the link to all the things I used are going to be in the description. Now, one thing I would recommend is that your 3D model be the same size as the free multi-expression base mesh. The reason for that is that if you scale a model in ZBrush, the relations between the changes between layers doesn't carry over. So you get something like this. So just make sure that they're roughly the same size. Anyway, I will start with a base mesh that I already created before because it's just faster. Like, who wants to start from a sphere every time? Alright, first things first, I'm going to start defining the landmarks. There's the nose, I'm adding the line for the mouth, carving more detail into said mouth. Right now, it's just rough sculpting to get in the basic forms. It's basically a sketch. There's anatomy in the eyebrows, there's the organic shape. And now I'm carving out the nostrils with the Damian standard. Then I'm going to ease that out with the clay builder brush. Yeah. Keep in mind I'm using the clay brush for this, and then for like any grooves I'm using the Damian standard. Also, make sure you have reference from each side, because front view you might be doing well, but you turn to the side and it's over for you. Like, just have reference from every side, please. Now this section of the video is just going to be me sculpting in time lapse. If you don't want to see that, you can go to the next category where I talk about zwrap and retopology. Alright, if you skip the last category over to this one, how could you? If you didn't, you're a real one. Anyway, we're going to be talking about zwrap. Basically, zwrap for ZBrush lets you reproject one mesh to another mesh. But being the genius that I am, I scaled the multi-expression base mesh to my own mesh instead of the other way around. This gave me those ugly layering deformations that you saw in the beginning. I only found out the error with the layers after I'd already mapped the multi-expression base mesh with my own base mesh. But this gave me my own base mesh, but with some guiding textures. So I wrapped it again. This time I could use both textures in the zwrap view, and it really helped with the point placement. It kind of helped me avoid some of the stretching that would normally occur with rewrapping. Anyway, the first thing I did was to check the expressions, obviously. And oh my god, wow, that's crazy. I mean, obviously they're not perfect, but we have something that we can start working on. Foundation here. We can build mountains, we can build anything we want on this. I'm going too far, but anyway, you get the point. So what I like to do here is separate the upper lip from the lower lip using polygroups, so that I can easily select the upper lip and then edit inside that, and then select the lower lip and edit inside that separately without affecting the whole mouth. Then I'm going to go ahead and make corrections to the shape of the eyes, the volumes of the eyelids, the overall shape, smoothing things out, put in more landmarks, and just bring back some of those forms and shapes that were lost in the wrapping process. So at this point, you might be thinking, okay, you have a 3D model here, but that doesn't look like the model that you showed us in the beginning. So now this is where we create the final look. So now I'm going to go back and forth between Blender and ZBrush. I'm going to render out some images in Blender, see how it looks, and then go back to ZBrush and make adjustments. So I do this like 3 or 4 times until I get a look that I like. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, a 3D face. So technically, this is the end of the video. If you want to stop here, then you're free to stop here. The rest of the video is me making the minor adjustments between ZBrush and Blender that I talked about before. If you want to watch that, you're free to do so. It's a time-lapse version. Alright, if you learned something from the video, please like and subscribe. Even if you didn't learn anything, still just like and subscribe. That will be all from me for now. See you in the next one.